today you're going to select your best mini monogram that you just completed, and we are going to enlarge that design onto this gray sheet of paper. So as you can see, I've started this one as the one that I would like to look at. So I'm going to grab and go through these steps. Trace the pattern of the shape. So because I have an oval, I'll get the oval, and then I will go through and quickly trace the oval. So I have completed step 1. Step 2 is sketch the separation lines. So here I have 2 parallel lines that are angled up. So really I want to kind of look at where this is located. This is like the halfway point. This is the halfway point in my oval. Just so that I can visualize where I am. So it's okay, this is like our final draft, so you can sketch on it. So those are the things that we're going to go through and work on today. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to look at, alright, so then this is horizontally the halfway point, and I can see this kind of starts below and then angles up to about here, and I'll sketch that line. Then it angles to right below this point, so I'm going to go through an angle like this way. And then this is parallel, so it should be at least the thickness of the pencil. So I'm going to make a couple of points so visually I can connect. It's okay that it's kind of sketchy right here. Eventually we're going to use a ruler to clean that up. We want it to be about equal. Okay, so now I have step 2 done, which was to sketch the separation lines. Now it says sketch the negative space to create the letters. So we practiced that quite a bit. Here I have this angle of the spacing of where I want that A. So you can see that I kind of sketched a line here, and then where the angle of the placement that I want, kind of the opening and the negative space of the W. So I have some of those lines that can help. So here I'm going to go through and like lightly sketch where I think I want this negative space for the A. And sketching really lightly is important because I can have like multiple lines that I can see, and then I'm like, oh, I think this is a little bit shorter. I'm going to bring this down. If you sketch lightly, it's a lot easier to make those adjustments. Okay. If you need to, you can go halfway between here, and then you can see I'm closer, I'm a little bit more similar. So now I'm going to turn this a little bit so it's easier for me to sketch, but I'm going to look at the angle of where this W is. And then this is parallel to that. And then I can see that this is in the center. And then this right here is going to be up, so about halfway right here, angling like this. And then I can check the slant. I think the slant's a little bit more than I had, so I can come through and change a few things, because this is your final draft, so you really want it to be the best version of your design. Okay. And then I have now completed the step of sketching the negative space. The next step, it says use tools and pencil to neaten lines. So you're just going to go over and you're going to darken these lines. So you're just going to go over everything. That you see here with a straight edge. And my favorite is the straight edge of the protractor, especially for the negative space lines, because it's a lot easier to just turn and rotate and do the lines on everything. So even this separation mark you've gone through and done everything for my W. I would complete all of the lines, and then you've known what tool you're going to use. You're going to repeat this process with marker. So let me finish the spacing for the A and the W. So now these two letters won't touch. So now I've completed this. The next step, which is step 5, is done with marker and tools. So you're just going to go through, use the same tools that you just used, and go over the edge of your letters with the marker. And if it bleeds through or smudges, it's absolutely okay, because this is our final draft. You're going to learn a transferring technique, which is the next step, and then that is how we're going to get this design to appear on the cover of your folder. So you will do all of these. You would grab the oval to do the outside edge again. If you have another shape with straight lines, you can just use a ruler. And see, it doesn't matter. Oops, if we go over that, not a big deal. I did that intentionally. And so now the negative space is done. I would finish this up by tracing the shape. And now the marker is done. And you can see I'm a little off here, so I can just go through and clean that up and bring the letters just to connect. So now I'm done.